attention.
Australia getting the first 2-3 strokes in nice and quick in lane at number 6 as we watch the crews powering off. Short strokes in the first 3 or 4, lengthening out, sprinting out towards the first 100-meter mark. And Ian Lawson and Matthew Wells, Dan, they're a confident crew. And we have an outside chance of a medal.
We do. I mean, they've done very, very well to get into this. Our sculling now has really moved right up to a very good standard. And that a lot has been to do with making them scull individually at World Championship level, at World Cup level. They've both had injuries this year, so they're quite newly back together again. But they are very good, confident performers, and they row very cohesively together. They really do match each other, so there's a great harmony about the way they row.
So let's get a word from Ian Lawson as how he thinks this race will develop.
I think the Italians are looking pretty good. They're going to be quick off the start. Will be the quickest down the middle 1,000. We're the crew to watch for through the middle of the race and probably at the finish. Hopefully we'll be quick enough down that area to make up any ground that we may lose early on.
Ian Lawson in the stroke seat. Matt Wells sits behind him. Great Britain at the moment a little slower off the first 500 than we expected. Australia closest to us, taking this race on, but you have to, because these are World Championship finals and they are sprint races. 2K, it's over in a flash. You've got to get up and you've got to get into the race. 500 down, 1,500 to go. Australia, France, and that says Great Britain there, but we'll have to wait and see if we can just confirm that. We're not going on the captions. Great Britain just to the left of the picture. They're not in third place, but what they are, Dan, is they're in the pack.
They're in the pack. They're on the tail end of the pack, but they're in the pack, and that's very good. So they're going to pick up. They've got good power in the middle of the race, and that's where they'll be able to pick up on the tail enders of that front leading pack. I would expect France to be very fast. France they're up and down a little bit, but they've certainly performed very well. They were first in the Milan World Cup at the beginning of the season, 7th in the world last year, but they have great experience and they were performing very well in the opening heats and the semi.
France now taking it on from Australia through 750 metres. The Australians have been the early pacemakers, but now they're just starting to settle into their rhythm. France taking on the speed of this race, and it's quite a good speed considering we've got no wind in the first half of the course here. Pretty good conditions. There's the French crew up in the back, just going through the picture there at the top. Lucas Spit from the Slovenian crew. He's the reigning Olympic champion in this event. So again, he's experienced. And look, there we go, Slovenia, lane number 1, just sneaking along at the top of the picture there. Dan sneaking.
Well, his partner Maciej Prelog was the stroke of the Slovenian 4, a rower, a sweep rower. He's changed to sculling because he's the strongest guy here behind their world champion Chop. Single sculler and Spig. So they put this double together, and it really does seem to be working well.
So the crew's really going through almost a blanket through there on the 1,000 metres. Men's double sculls, heavyweight double sculls. It's the final. They're the final 1,000 metres now. Great Britain in lane at number 2. Slovenia 1. Italy, Sartori and Galatorossi in 3. France 4. The Czech Republic 5. Australia in lane number 6. Now, Ian Lawson said that Great Britain are the crew to watch in the middle 1,000. Well, we've had 500 of that. Now let's see. Now Great Britain. Now let's see if you can really raise your game. And they are. They're still there. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad, Dan.
But look at the people they're up against. They're up against the Italians, who are really trailing at the moment as well. And the Italians, they were gold medalists in at the Olympics. They are a very, very experienced and fast double scull, but they're being led home by France and by Australia at the moment.
Ian Lawson, Matthew Wells from Great Britain have taken British sculling to a new level. You know, for the first time now in men's heavyweight double sculls, we are competitive. We're right in there. They've qualified, obviously, by virtue of getting to the final. They've qualified this boat category for Athens next year, but that's not on their mind today. On their mind today is a podium finish. That's what they're out to get, and you know, they're capable of it. Second in Munich. They had a bad Lucerne, and we're just watching there now. Great Britain in lane 2, sneaking up.
No, but France is now uncatchable. They really are moving. They've got a very fast finish as well, so they've got a good length of cushion against the other crews. They're going to just move right away. Australia slipping back badly now. They've done a lot, and I think the British double could possibly push past Australia.
Wrong caption. They're not in 6th place. We're fighting. We're right in there, and we're right in for a silver medal at the moment. 3 crews pushing along, stroke for stroke. 400 to go. Ian Lawson, the heads up, Matthew Wells pushing on. They know Chris Collerton is on the bank and he's watching them because he's given them a big old pep talk this morning. Dan, we could be on for something special now.
Well, they're moving well, but it's certainly the Italians who are coming up onto the French. It's Italy who are moving on to the French at the moment.
Now let's go Great Britain, 3:50 to go. Up goes the rate. All crews now are sprinting. France way out in front. They can see the crews. The problem with France now is that the crews behind will all push each other on. Lane 3, Italy are pushing back the Olympic champions in the men's quadruple scull. Less than 2:50 to go. They've got the overlap. The Italian crowd are all on their feet. Dan, this is a fantastic final.
Great final, great final. And the Italians, I think they've left it too late. I think the French really moved on very, very well. But they are being pulled back. And then look at the Czechs. The Czechs have been medalists at the World Cup through this season. The Czechs are coming back as well. But this looks like the way it's going to finish. We're going to miss out on a podium finish.
Coming up to the last 100 now, France leading, but Italy have not rolled over. Up goes the rate, the crowd are pushing them on. It's France, it's Italy, Great Britain are hanging on in there, but the Czech Republic have pushed from nowhere in the last 250. France, Italy, the Czech Republic and Great Britain, they were strong in that third five, but they've just been squeezed out in the last 250 metres. A little disappointing there, but again, the men's sculling very good in Great Britain. We're competitive right up there.
I'm not disappointed with that at all. I was expecting 4th or 5th for them, and if they've squeezed into the 4th place there right on the line, that would be a great finishing position for them and set them up beautifully for the Olympics next year.
So France, Milan winners, 3rd at Lucerne. Only about 6 weeks ago, they were 7th at the World Championships last year, and it just shows you the competition, the level of the competition as we move towards Athens now, less than a year away.